Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jason Jensen, and you're watching Jason Jensen Trains. In today's episode, we're going to get out of the workshop and go visit a dear friend of mine, Peter Miller. I have been working on Peter's layout for close to 9 years now. Peter and his wife Barbara are an amazing couple. I am a better person for knowing them. Peter's layout is incredible, and it's all from Peter's imagination. The track plan is from a couple different magazines, but as far as all of the scenery, it's all from Peter's imagination. He would describe what he wanted, and I would do some sketches for him, and then I would start to build it. And pretty soon he would come up with more ideas, and I would do some more sketches for him and continue building it. It has been such a fun, ongoing project. Peter and his wife Barbara chose not to be on camera, but they did allow me to take my camera and film the entire layout. Another person that you will meet is my friend John Parsons. John is the owner of Azatrax. John is a great person, and his company Azatrax provides lighting and animation for your layout. They provide sensors that activate crossing signals, reverse looping, on and on. So please be sure to check out Azatrax. And I'll try to put it on the screen possibly, and I'll also provide a link in the description below. John used a lot of his product from Azatrax on the layout. You'll see automated signals that flash. You'll see lights that are in the tracks that are sensors. When the trains go over it, then certain things happen. And then all of the lighting in the buildings, John also provided that. John made the control panels and wired those. So John has done quite a bit of electrical work on it. And you'll be seeing a lot more of John on my channel. He's actually going to be working on my layout and helping me do some wiring on my layout. And we'll do some specific videos on products that Azatrax offers. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so let's head over to Peter's layout. So we're at Peter's home. We're actually in the garage. And this is the door that leads down to his layout room. So the layout is divided into two sections. The main section here, and then the second section over here. And I'll show you, it's loosely based. Here is the original section. And this is the second section. These are some drawings that I've done for Peter. He would come up with many ideas for the layout and have me do drawings for him. For instance, this one here is right behind me. There is the double bridge and the curved bridge. Everything on the layout was dreamt up by Peter, and I just simply built the scenery for him. But everything on here was originally his idea. Every week I would show up and he would have new ideas and new challenges for me to build everything. So I wanted to show you up close some of the water features. The water is all first done with plaster, and as it starts to dry, I texture it with a brush. And then after it completely dries, I paint it to look like water and then dry brush it with an off-white for all the highlights. The waterfall is done with a clear silicone caulking. And as you can see, there are many, many trees. The backgrounds are painted on the wall to match the scenery. So that bridge and train is all painted. And I'll go over to the other side and show you what it looks like up close. So here is one of the switches put in by Azatrax, and you can see it switching automatically by the sensor. And here it's crossing the largest bridge on the layout. Entirely scratch built. Here is another large curved trestle on the layout. Again, all scratch built. Here's another water feature on the layout. And again, it's first all done with plaster and then painted to look like water. And then I put a high gloss polyurethane over it. So this is John of Azatrax, and he's going to give us a little demonstration on this subway train that he put in. So it'll start in a minute, and John can sort of explain how this works.
There's a control circuit, uses DC power, and infrared sensors in the track. There's a sensor where the train stops and where it comes through to the switch so that the switch will automatically throw as the train approaches. Here's the sensor.
And it just continues, and it'll start up here in a minute and go the other direction. This is a really neat product that's offered from Azatrax. I wanted to show you this mural that I painted on the wall, and then we put a shelf, maybe a 2-inch wide shelf along the bottom to put trees on, and then just put the skirt there. And I matched the bridge here to the actual bridge here that's made out of styrofoam. So this was a solid wall, and one day Peter asked me if I could open up those two sections so that he could actually see the trains running through there. So I broke out the plaster in this section and made these pillars out of wood, and then hand carved all the stone out of styrofoam. And then on this side we have a bridge. And there's lights installed so that you can see in there. The bridge, here comes a train. Perfect timing. I hope you enjoyed the visit to Peter's layout. This is only part one. I have a second video that I'll be putting out that will feature a lot more of the layout, and also I'll give you a sneak peek inside of Peter's workshop, and you'll be pretty excited. It is a very neat workshop, so stay tuned for that. In the second video, we'll talk a little bit more about product from Azatrax, and I will show you some of the automated signals on the layout and some of the sensors. We'll also focus a little bit more on the second half of the layout. I do apologize for the sound. I'm not used to going to a different location to film. I'm pretty used to the setup here in my shop, so I do apologize. In the future I will invest in, I need a microphone that maybe clips onto your shirt, has a long cord to the camera, so in the future I will work on things like that. Hopefully all of you are seeing an improvement in my videos on my channel. I really try to improve with every video I do. So thanks for putting up with the ups and downs, and I really do appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So until next time, happy modeling, everyone.